Good morning, scientists. So here we are again. Today's job is there's a reading assignment, and rather than answering a bunch of questions, there's a comprehension quiz. So today, when you go to your calendar or to the module and you open up the assignment, there's the reading there called Modeling Solar Properties. So solar properties, solar means the sun, so solar properties would be properties of the sun. How does the sun work? What's the structure of the sun? So that's what your reading is about today. There's a lot of little details. First of all, one of the things is gravity. The sun is the largest object in our solar system, so gravity depends on mass. So something very massive like the sun is going to have a lot of gravity. That's what keeps all the planets in orbit. The gravity also holds the sun together, not only keeping the planets in orbit, it holds the sun itself together. So part of the reading, it talks about gravity holding the sun together, and that's also what kickstarts a nuclear fusion, which we talked about in one of the previous videos. Also in the reading, it talks about rotation. So rotation is this. Here's a little model one of my students made a couple years ago of the Earth. But just like the Earth, the sun rotates too. So this is what it means to rotate. Or if you're going to stand up and spin around like a top or a dreidel, that would be rotation. Now, the Earth takes about how long to rotate? What was that? 24 hours, that's right. So the Earth takes 24 hours to rotate. The sun takes 609 hours to rotate. You might ask, how do they know that? Well, using telescopes, maybe a little different than this telescope, they'd observe sunspots. And if we were in my classroom, I actually have a solar telescope where we could actually project a picture of the sun on a white piece of paper, and we can actually see those sunspots. Now, waiting 609 hours to see them go around, that's a bit long, but we could observe the sunspots from day to day and see how they change position if we have a few clear days. If we do get back to school this year, I will pull out that solar telescope and we will use it. But since we're not here and it's in my classroom, we can't really use it right now. If I get into my classroom and I can grab that solar telescope, maybe I'll set it up here in the yard, and I'll put it on one of these videos. So other things about the structure of the sun. So inside the sun, there's different layers. Just like the Earth has, there's the core, the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust. The sun has layers too. Of course, they're different layers. The sun also has a core, and there goes the Earth. The sun has a core where the nuclear fusion occurs, and then there's a radiative layer. Remember our old friend radiation? So radiation, heat's escaping, just moving out. And then you have the convection layer. Again, there's that word convection. We've heard that throughout the school year as well. You have convection, and that's where you have the warmer currents rising, cooler fluids sinking. So the sun is made out of gas or plasma, as you heard in that music video if you watched that yesterday or the day before. And that rising air, where it's hotter and rising, that's convection, and then it sinks back down again. So we have heat transferring around inside a layer like that called the convective zone, or the convective layer. So the sun, it's just rising up right over here. So the light coming from the sun right there, that light left the sun 8 minutes ago. The sun is 8 light minutes away. So the light that I'm getting right now on my face, that came to us 8 minutes ago. That's 8 minutes old. So if something happened to the sun and it disappeared, I wouldn't know about it until 8 minutes from now. All right. So that's about it. The rest of the stuff, read carefully. As you're taking the quiz, have the reading open in front of you. Have one window with the reading, have another window with the quiz. You should get 100% on the quiz. It's an open note quiz. I'm trying to see. The purpose of the quiz is just to see, did you read it? Did you understand it? Could you answer the questions? If you struggle on any questions, tune in. I know I have a question and answer session Wednesday this week, so if not, there's going to be another one next Wednesday. I'll do that every week. We'll have a Q&A session, any questions, anything you don't understand. All right, look for the links on the announcements for the to join the live meetings, and there'll be one on today's. And also, as you're taking the test today, the secret word for the test is fish. Fish, 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 fish. Just like the ones in my classroom, which maybe I'll put those on the video tomorrow. They're actually right over there in the backyard over here. So that's about it. I don't think I have anything else on my list. I think I covered everything. So stay curious, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.